Hello everyone and welcome to Foundry. I want to give a big shout out to the developers of the game for providing me with a key so I can play this for you guys. Foundry is it's obviously early access is still being worked on, of course. The idea is that you kind of land on a foreign planet. Now, this we're kind of in like a sandy desert here, but there's different types of trees up here, different types of ores. This, for instance, is, which type of ore is this? Xenoferrite ore. We have the map. We have xenoferrite, technum. These are the two big ores you're using in the beginning of the game. You have reservoirs of alumite, which I haven't gotten to. That's a bit later in the game. And you have trees and you have desert. And the idea is you basically follow the tasks that are up at the top here. It's somewhat of a tutorial type of thing, which is what we're going to do today. And yeah, I mean, you have your overview here. It just, early access, so things will progress as you progress in a sense. Quick start, you have tips here. You have how conveyor belts work. They're different than normal things because you need to have loaders and unloaders, which we'll get into in a second. And these are just kind of like tutorials, which we'll get into as we go. You have your crafting menu. Now, I set my keybinds, so E brings up my inventory, and Tab brings up the crafting menu. In the defaults, they're not set up this way, so I suggest setting them up however you like, and that's in your key bindings. You can go in here, and you can reset everything. Now, as I said, the game is still in early access, so the best thing to do when you jump into a new game like this is to just follow the tasks, which are up here in the top right-hand corner. So we need to mine 150 xenoferrite and 150 technum. Well, xenoferrite is right here. So you have your, we look at my number 1 slot at the bottom. This is your kind of hot bar. You can press 2, 3, 4 to cycle through, just like every other game. To mine, you basically hold the button down. And you can see at the middle of the screen here, it tells you what we're actually pulling out of the ground. And once we hit 150, you'll see the task have a check mark. Now we have to do the same thing with the technum ore. And the map's unlocked at the beginning of the game, which is right here. The map is unlocked at the beginning of the game, which you press M, and the technum ore is over here. So we're just going to make our way over there, and we're just going to follow the tasks. You can... There you are. And this is pretty simple. I mean, you can upgrade things as you go. This here is actually technum ore that we're standing on, but if you try to mine this, you're only going to get 1 out of it. You see technum, you get 2. These you get, 10, 20, 35 out of that one. And there we go. You heard the ding. Now we have to mine 20 biomass, which biomass comes from literally anything that's, I think I have my key binding set up a bit wrong here. So there's some biomass. And then you just run around and gather it. We have enough there. And we're just following the tasks that are up in the top right. Now, if you played this before or you have no interest in doing a tutorial, you can just kind of... Well, I think you actually have to follow the tasks. Once you get to a point, which we may get in this episode, I hope to, at least to show you how you can kind of go about your business, if you will. So you can hit caps lock, by the way, and that auto keeps run on, or you hold shift and run, which I like doing shift and run. Look at this cactus. Get some biofuel from that, and there you go. And you mine everything with this drill, whether it's ground, whether it's these little grass things, trees, or anything. All right, once it's crafted, primitive furnace, so we hit tab. Primitive furnace is right here. Craft it. This is just like Factorio. Shows up at the bottom left. If you need to craft something that you don't have, it'll put a little... We'll get into that in a bit. So the only thing that's different here, so if you want to put this on your number 2, you hover over it, or you pick it up. Nope, hold on. Nope. You click and drag, to your number 2. Now to bring something out of your inventory, right now the way the default is you right click on it. You don't left click, you right click. And we're just going to put it right here. And it says craft 40 xenoferrite and 20 technum rods. So that means we should make 2 of these furnaces. And you can also sort your inventory based on, I'm not sure if it's alphabetical order, I guess. And then we can put actually 2 of these down. And now, the way these work are pretty interesting. And this is a bit of like a satisfactory, somewhat like Factorio because you're in like a 3D world, and then things do get bigger as you get on here, but they're not as big as far as scale like Satisfactory is. Okay, so the way you set these up is you configure the furnace. Well, we want to make xenoferrite plates. So it says we need to put in ore. Now we can do this different ways. If you put in this button, it automatically puts in as much as it will take of what the input content is from your inventory. This will take out everything that is created once this is created. This says missing fuel, so you can't auto put fuel in. You have to click on Manage Inventory. And to split a stack, you shift right click opens this up, and you hit split, and we'll put half in this one. And then we'll open this one up, and we'll do, again, same thing. You put as much as you can, manage inventory, and we're going to put, and then shift click puts the rest in. And then we're just going to wait, basically. In the meantime, we can go through, and we can harvest the rest of this. Because eventually we will be having drones doing this for us, which was actually the next step. But in the meantime, we can craft some ourselves. Not a big deal. Or collect some ourselves. And you run over, and you just, boom, hit this, and if you click this button, see you're at 12, pulls it into your inventory. Now it says 1. Hit this, boom, 18. And if you check, this has been updated too. So we almost have enough rods. Need a lot more plate. I think we have enough rods. Oh, we need a couple more rods. Refill it. And that's basically what we're going to do in the beginning here. And if you see, we're going to need all these things anyway. So we could probably start crafting this. You've got conveyors. So you have up and down slope conveyors. This is how you go up and down. Well, up and down. Terrain, different levels. You have your loaders, which is what you need to load and unload things from a machine. Biomes generator, this is just for your fuel to make power. Then you have your foundations, which we'll get into in a second here. I don't want to jump ahead. Do we have enough yet? Not quite. Got enough of those and enough of those. Alrighty. Craft 20 building blocks as foundation next to an ore deposit. So we have an ore deposit here. So we need to create 20 of these. Now each one of these gives you 5. So if you left click, that's 1. Like Satisfactory, you left click 1 time, it crafts 1. You right click, it clicks all. Well, it creates 5. Shift left click creates all. So just like down here, you hit number 3. Oop, I'm not sure why I brought that up. And we want to make 20 building blocks. So 5 by 4 is 20, just like that. And we actually have a few extras that we might put down anyway. Now the next thing we do is craft a drone miner. Now, are we going to have enough for a drone miner? We do not. So, means we need to come down here, dump some in, pull some out, dump some in, pull some out. Now, let's see, do we have enough now? We do. So, in the bottom left-hand corner, when it shows up, you'll see a little icon. See, here, bottom left. So this is crafting, just like Factorio does it. It crafts your intermediates before it crafts the main thing. Even like it'll craft it by itself, so you don't have to go into here and make machine parts and then make this. It just makes it by itself. Oh, there we go. Task is done. So we're going to right click on the drone miner, and we're going to put that. And the panel, it means like the panel's like the front, I guess you would call it. Like that's where you stand to configure things that need configuring. But if it looks like we have no power, so now we have to craft a biomass generator, which we can create one of them, no problem. Now, biomass generator obviously uses biomass as fuel. So let's go collect a little bit more fuel. I love the terrain here, like these quirky little cactuses. Looks like something out of like Dr. Seuss. It's real kind of cute. And also in the top left-hand corner here, you have the current time in the game. This is when it turns from daylight to darkness or nighttime. This is your height. 67 out of 44 is... that's what block you're in. Based on... I'm not sure what, actually. So eventually you'll get to 0, 0. I guess that's the middle of the map. And you have north, south. I'm looking at the compass up here, if you're following along. Okay, we have enough, whoopsies, for a biomass generator. Let's place that right here. Actually, let's place it here. Now, the way the biomass generators work is you put fuel into them, of course. So you dump in as much as it can take. Well, as much as we have is 20. And this is powering. Now, it says here, control panel. Shut down and turn it off. And this is grid stats. So the way this works is these building blocks, it doesn't say it here, but it says it in the other description. These connect low voltage power to anything that's on it. So for instance, the drone miners, which guess what? They're moving now. They're doing their thing. They're mining away. They're going to dump it in, come back out. They're doing their thing. Really cool, really cool. Okay. These guys are auto mining. This is like your miners of Factorio. You have 4 drones currently. And then we have content of what's in this because I put in, or sorry, this is what they're bringing in. And then the grid stats as far as power. It shows right now our low voltage grid is, these aren't consuming because they're out. Grid stats here is we are producing 100 and we're using 150, which means we're using more than we're producing, but it depends on how they're charging. Actually, if I click on this, it tells you down here, connected to low voltage grid. Technical research, rounding precision for kilowatts is 0. Okay. So basically, this is considered low voltage foundation. So anything that takes low voltage can be used this way. So we are getting ore in. Let's take the ore out. Let's dump ore in, out, out, and there we go. We might actually be out of, oh, we have some fuel left. Good. So it now wants us to craft up here a smelter. We can't afford any of these things yet. A smelter, a loader. We can do 1 loader, 20 conveyor belts. Yeah, we need a lot more resources here. I think we're actually out of xenoferrite, so we need to go back to the xenoferrite, which, if you look at map, is just going to be right over here. And you kind of see where we're getting at here. So in the beginning of the game, there's a lot of like running around. Where are we here? A lot of running around to try to get your primitive smelting up and running. But once you have drones and you have smelting set up for each of these main ores, then you can really start producing more. But in the beginning like this, you're just handcrafting, and you can't hand smelt, so to speak. Let's collect all this. How much do we have? 250. Let's just leave what's there, and let's head back to our little area. I mean, this is a decent map seed because they're not on any big hills, because there are some maps that have some big hills, like over here. Imagine having ore up there. Try to get down. Look at these different trees, the different biomes. All right, let's go over to here. Let's dump it in here, pick it up, dump it in, dump, pick up. Now, can we craft any of these other things? We cannot. So we need to put a smelter. We need to make foundation too. We need lots of foundation. So we need lots of technum plates. So I think what we need to do is actually make a technum ore. Hold on. I want to pull this out. I want to make another furnace. And the reason why is because I need to start making more plates here. We need more plates, so we're going to do this. Inventory. What on any biofuel? How much fuel do we have in this? I just want to take out some of this. Just going to split that. Probably shouldn't be doing that, but I'm going to anyway. There we go. All right, because we need to get more in here. Because your main ores are your xenoferrite and your technum. That's like the big things here. And right now we're bringing on the technum ore right now, I believe this is. So this isn't the exactly what we want. Technum ore, yeah, we need the other stuff. But since we're here, we're fine. Actually, you know what? We're not fine. What do these? All these take xenoferrite. So I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to move this. Or not move this, but leave, well, no. We're going to follow the tasks. Can we craft a smelter? We can. Craft 2 loaders. We need 1 more loader. Let's just collect everything that we can. Again, until you get serious. 1 more loader. And then we need to build more foundation for sure. And we then need to make 20 conveyors, which we have 6. So, and as you see bottom left corner, it queues up just like, I keep referring to Factorio because this is exactly how it, like the management kind of works. While we're waiting, I do want to get some more biofuel. Not a lot more, but just some. Because we'll need a lot more once we start having the smelter, which is a fairly big item. There's another reason why we got to make this. I think something like that might be okay. There. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, let's do this. Take it, put in. Take it, put in. Okay, the next thing we need to make are 20 conveyors. So 5 gives you 5, but this one gives you 2, so that'll be 10. And it'll make another 5. We have our loaders, and you can sort things by alphabetical order, of course. So let's see about putting our smelter down. Will it fit here? And to rotate, you obviously you hit R, so we're going to need some more foundations, which is fine. Because it'll let you place some things, typically, if you have enough, alright, actually, let's do a couple more here, so we can kind of stand a little bit. There we go, good. So, this is the smelter, which is massive, by the way. And a smelter uses 100 kilowatts. So, this is going to be a bit, this is stalled because it's full. This is a bit iffy here. We should probably put some more biofuel in there. I don't need that much. Let's split this. There we go. Good. Okay, cool. So, as it's getting dark, of course, now can we change the time of day? I thought you could do that. We have U. This is our user interface. You have M for map. Of course, G is research. We're not at yet. Tab and then E. So, let's just exit out of all. Okay, cool. So, we need to do now, it should be daylight so we can see this better. But this is the smelter. Now, we configure this, and we're going to make plate. However, we shouldn't make plate because we don't have xenoferrite ore here. We're going to make rods, tectum. So you set the thing. You don't put any sort of power in this because remember, we're using the. Do I have a light somehow? What is the? I think there is a light, isn't there? Flashlight is L. Okay. And there we go. Now we can see a bit. So the idea of the way this works is you need to. Our loaders, you need to connect the conveyor belts from these outputs, which are all around these machines, to the inputs, which are literally all around the machine. So, like, these have a certain speed that they craft at. You can't, like, because it's tier 1 at the moment. But the way you do this is you take a loader, which you can pause and read this if you want, how these work. But basically, you rotate it, and the part on the right-hand side where it says belt, that's where the belt goes. The part on the left is where the building goes. So, we're just going to primitively put this like this, and then this one is going to go like that. And when you're placing these, if you hold down, I think it's middle mouse button or R, I have to look at it again, you can choose which one you want. Because this is considered an output, because it's brown and the input is blue. It's just how it pulls out. Now, we still have to put belts under here. So these, you rotate. So one here and one there. And they are directional based on the arrows you put in. Now, you can't see anything here, because this is hidden, but this is now working. You see this? Because belts can move things. They can move 160 items per minute. So that'd be, well, 160 per minute, basically. And these guys are bringing in how much? Does it tell you? It doesn't. Well, it doesn't tell you because it varies based on how far the drones have to go. But as you see, the drones are bringing stuff in. Here's content going in here. And then guess what? We have 25 rods already. And we can take them. And we can actually dump a bunch more material into this if you want. And this also makes these become obsolete. Yeah, so you basically hold down, I think it's Z to delete. Or you tap Z and you can hold the drill command down to delete. So there we go. We have tectum ore making tectum rods completely. Do I have any in my inventory? I don't have any. That's why it's not letting me do it. Okay, cool. So we basically want to replicate this. I'm actually going to take, if you hold down Z, Control Z. Control Z, if you hold Control Z, and then you drag, you can delete things in bulk. So I just want to get rid of what we're not actually using here. And this is going to run until we run out of power, which is kind of over, which we should be able to access the panel here. We have a lot in here. Oops. Let's just, let's add 13. We can add that to that. Okay. So this is going to run. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our xenoferrite, which is right over here. I think. Up here. And we're going to set up the same exact thing here. This one might be a little bit trickier because of the space that we have. But we actually should be okay. We just have to make enough space, yeah, where we need to make more. Oops, for enough for a smelter. So we're going to go back to primitive smelting for this because it's what we have, which is nothing wrong with that at all, honestly. So we make plate, dump it, and then we're going to do split. Split again, put that in there. Split that to that, okay. And then we're going to dump ore. Well, I don't have any ore. I got to get the ore in. Do the same thing with this one. Dump that in there. Split that to that. Good enough. And then, oops, put this to this. And put this to that. There we go. Now we just got to mine some of this stuff. And again, once we set up the drones, and it's just, you know, it's a little like busy work. But you guys basically get the gist of it, how this works. But we're going to set another one up. This one's going to go a lot quicker once we get the materials, that is. Alrighty, that's all we have of this ore. Done. Which is fine. We're going to dump this in here, dump it in, and then dump it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and actually go into this. I'm going to take out a stack of that, and I'm going to dump this into that, and then we'll start getting plate. And we need to make a smelter. We need to make, we have belts already. We don't need to do belts. We need to do a biomes generator. So we're going to have to run, actually no, we just have to wait for these to finish, really. Yep. We have tons of rods, right? So we have tons of rod. We just need plate right now. Oh, this is the button. Dump in, take out. Dump in, take out. Okay, cool. So we got the smelter done. We're going to do a biomes generator, of course. And we need 2 of these. And then we just need foundations. And what we're going to, oh, you have to make the drone, this as well, which is not a huge deal. And our drone miner. Okay, so this is going to eventually be taken away, of course. And then we got to come in here. Got to make our foundations, of course. I wish it'd be light daytime, 6 o'clock in the AM. It'll be all right. Now we can start making more of these. Nope. Oh, just have one, I guess. One more, okay. Now we have our smelter, which is going to go. Will let me even place it? I don't think it will even let me place it. Okay, that's okay. Let's just get some more. Let's get some more plate going. All right, that's it for that. Okay, so let's So what we're going to do is I want to get rid of these now. All right, let's get our drones set up, which we're going to put them right here. Our drones are right here. Oops, right click. The drone can go right here. We get our biomass generator set up, which we'll put right here. Okay, and now we just need to put fuel in it, and there we go. So they're going to start collecting, of course. Now we need to get, can we fit a smelter? So we need to be able to put that there, and this is going to have to go there. And see, I'm trying to think of what I can get rid of, so we can save a little bit of space here. There we go. Because we don't have tons of, oops, sorry. Let's go on top. Oh, there it says an output, okay. Tons of, let's see, how much can we put our smelter on here yet? What's the closest we can put it? There, okay. Good, now this is automatically hooked up, by the way. I think we ended up putting way too many conveyor belts in here. there, and that'll go like that, because that'll pick that up right from that. And then, yeah, let's go up into here. Where's our panel at on this side? This isn't going to run because it's missing foundations, which is okay. Okay, so let's just put another furnace down. Another 2 furnaces while we're here, because since we have things up and running, a little bit at least, we can go into here and we can pull. I know this is a bit janky doing this, but it will work. Let's just get a little bit more biomass while we're kind of hanging out here. That should be good enough for now. Dump it in, sort it. There we go. Awesome. We are cooking. We are cooking. Awesome. I'm going to go back into here again. Grab that. Dump this into this. Do this. And there we go. Okay, cool. Now, we are making plates, of course. We mainly just need to get enough plates to make a bunch more of these. So, I'm not sure how many more we actually need. Quite a bit, I guess. I'm not sure if 15 might be enough. I'll find out if 15... Oh, it should be enough. Nope. Come on. What am I doing here? That should be enough. Oh, we need one more. One more. That's okay. Pull this. Make 5 more. Awesome. We have 1 more, and we're up and running. We should be up. Oh, no, we're not up and running because I didn't select what I wanted to select yet. All right, let's go into here and make plate. Now we're up and running. Awesome. We can actually put another... another row, which is great. There we go. Cool, just as daylight's going to come. I mean, it's pretty instant, I think, so. Now we have everything automated. But the next thing is we need to make a research lab. Which research labs are massive. Where are the research labs at? They're under buildings. So we need a lot of stuff, to be honest. I made a lot more... I have tons of these still. I don't even need to go back there, I don't think. But this is pumping out right now. This is good. This is exactly what we want. Keeping up with it, of course. Pretty much, I should say. These are going to do what they need to do. This one's actually finished. This one's finished. Okay, so these can go away. And there you go. Now, you can't recycle things. You can destroy things, but you can't, like, recycle them, if you will. So... right now, how many do we have? We have tons of that. We need to make this. Oh, we can make it. Now, this will take a couple seconds to make. And this takes... this research... oh, this is how you start research. So we're going to get this set up, and then we will call it an episode as a first look. And I think we're going to end up putting that down here, because we have more space down here. We can get some more biomass while we wait. Oh, waiting is finished. All right, so you can pause this if you want. This is just the task as we're doing this. We're going down this. We're at this here, and that's kind of where this task thing stops. But it's just about loading things and making science pack and research. Pause and look at this if you choose. And this has world objects to it, so you got to figure out where you're going to place it. It should go right over top of... so these little things here should not matter. Unless it's these things. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of these things. I think we should be fine then. Oh, that one didn't even go away. What the heck? What happened here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, now we should be okay. Yeah, we're going to put it right here. And this, we have to finish the research lab. So we got to actually come around here to go to the control area. And we'll go to, this is what you need to get your first research finished. So you manage your inventory. This is what you need. And you kind of hand feed this. And then, or you just do that, which pulls it out. So we have to actually make the rest of this. So we need wire coil. We have the rods we can easily get, and the plates I bet you we have by now. We have to make the coil, and then that'll be it. And these will keep running indefinitely until it's full, which I have a feeling it's full now. Yep. You have to make storage boxes, but we don't have any of that yet, which is fine. Let's get up here. Now, you will auto-climb these blocks, by the way, if you were unaware. How much do we got? Pull all of them. I'm not sure how many I just grabbed. And you come over to here, and we go this, and we go boop, and we go boop. And oh, we need machinery parts and wire. So machinery parts is going to be under here. We need, oh, all right, so we need, how many wires do we need? 100. So can you shift? Shift clicking does not, right. So it gives you 2, so we need, I don't know. That amount should be fine. Then we need some more plate, of course. Which we'll be getting. Oopsies, this is a bit kind of janky from there. And then we make machine parts. Let's make all of them. Shift left click. And it gives you 1. So we need, I think, 200 of each. It won't take us too long to make. We already have the wire coils done. We can right click on that to stop it. So 100 machinery parts. No problemo. Then you just have to wait for the plates to finish. So we can make 16 more. Our drone's doing well. Everything's doing well. We can dump more biomass into it. Oops. There you go. And there you go. Cool. So you just have to wait for it to finish. And that's basically like the very, very basics of the game. Is you start off basic, you know, mining things by hand. The xenoferrite and the other ores that we have. You can make a component, technum, and so it's basically your copper and iron, like Factorio-wise, or even Satisfactory-wise. And the idea is to get running to get your research, which we don't have. Our lab isn't quite complete yet, so that's what we're trying to get done right now. That should be enough. We need tons of plate too. Okay, so we're not, well, yeah, let's see how much time we're at. I think we can actually finish this today. If I put down a furnace and I come in here and I go like this and I split that out, right? And we take all of that. Actually, there's not that much there. So this won't really be too good. That's okay, though. That's okay. Now, again, you can double up on these, right? You can come in here and you can make another drone and then run these into this. And everything has timers and scaling, which, I mean, we're not into any of that at the moment. At least we're making a few plates. A few plates count, right? All right, let's make the rest of what we need here. So we need 50 machinery parts. Can we make 50? I don't think so. We can make 45. Okay, good. Good. We should have, in hindsight, we should have set this one up first, but that's okay. This is actually pointless now. Awesome. And while we're waiting, what we can do is let's do a little bit of a recon mission, or not recon, but let's look to see what's back in here. We can kind of take a look around the map. The different biomes. This is just rock. We got dirt here. I don't want demo mode. I don't want demolition mode. And you come here. Look at this massive tree. And I don't know if you can even... Can you drill this tree? Whoa. I didn't even give you that much. I only gave you 15. You have different rock and you have dirt over there. Let's see. We can head up to the oleum... whatever you call it, reservoir. It's not actually that far away. Just to take a look at it. I mean, the maps are pretty huge, but I mean, eventually you have to find more ore patches. Look how beautiful that looks. Wow, Looks amazing. Oh, we're almost there. Should actually be right down here, right here. So this is that patch. This is the, ooh, I can't mine that. Interesting. Reservoir. And I mean, this is only the map that we've explored, right? So basic stuff. This is where your building stuff is. This is where the ore patches are. Obviously, you need to get more of this research done to show where other things are. But look at the map. Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? You know, let's head back. We're going to head back and see if we have all the pieces that we need, and we can get the research unlocked. And that will be it for today. All right, how we going here? Oh, we're good. We're good. This is very, like, you know, voxel Minecraft-esque, which is very cool. I mean, I like this block style. Almost similar like Eco, if anybody's played Eco. Similar to that as well, like a voxel style. I haven't found any water or rivers or anything, but again, we're on like an alien planet, so who knows if that even exists. But again, you could just imagine finding tons of these. I mean, you could literally have probably 20 miners around here, and same thing without, and just make like this huge. I mean, that's what you eventually have to do, of course. Up to 81, and how many more do we need? Let's see how many more we need. We have everything we need. We have everything. Let's finish the construction. Ah, okay. So, information database. This is high voltage power. This is what we unlocked on your first research here. And these will keep ticking up as you keep doing more things. So, you can pause this if you want. Power poles transport high voltage to low voltage areas. And this is high voltage energy. Power line, power pole, transformer, solar panel, which is great for making power. And you have your science pack. Now, if we go into here, this opens up your research. So you have available research, unavailable, completed, and then your science pack in the research. This is what we have available. Unavailable, look how much there is unavailable. This is what we can do. Do things like make a battery, containers to put things in, distributors, which is basically like a splitter, doors, for, I guess, I'm not sure what you need a door for. Inventory size, 1 goes up, lights for nighttime, loaders, second lane, which gives you ability to reach across 2 lanes, almost like a long inserter type thing. Your mining, this is your hand mining, railings, research lab level 2, signs, stairs. Then once you get down in here, you have double doors, and things like all kinds of like circuit boards, all kinds of cool stuff. So the first thing you should make is battery. So we're going to do that, and you hit start research. You need 30 science packs. Now a science pack is created in an assembler, which we don't have, but I think we can handcraft them. They're made by 10 machinery parts and 8 technum rods. So that's that. Metallurgy, handhelds, components, structures. I think eventually you can get into making things like walls. I'm not sure what doors, what purpose of doors would be if you don't have that. But that's that. Again, you dump 1 in, you're at 3%. And then so on and so forth. So we're going to call this for the end of the day. I think this is a great first look at the game. The basics are very, very simple in a sense. You get your technum ore, you get your xenoferrite ore, you make your plates, you make your rods, you do the research you need to do, like your handcrafting research, I should say, your handcrafting things that you need to do to make your science lab. And look how cool that is. Look how cool this looks. And on the back side, there are 4 input slots. I'm assuming that means you can have up to 4 different science pack levels. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, that's it in a nutshell, guys. I want to thank you all for popping over here and looking at my first look of the game called Foundry. I'll be definitely playing more of this. It's been super fun. Once you get some automation set up like this, you can really start putting some buses in and expanding this and really dialing in your recipes and all kinds of stuff. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button. Follow me over on Twitch at TheOntarioGardener, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.